We have 1 minute, 32 seconds to go. We have 1 minute, 14 seconds to go. We have 58 seconds to go. Forty-two seconds to go. 23 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. I am going to ask Joan. No, I'm not asking you to present. I'm going to ask you. You come. We're going to do a small exercise together. What can I use? Turn. I'm going to blindfold you, and you're going to randomly point at who is going to present for us. Okay. Point. Yes, pink. Pink. No, pink. Stand up. Yes. Now point again. Aha. Glasses. Aha. Point. Good job. Thank you. You can go and sit. Okay, that's it. Please stand up. Stand up. Okay. Lady with a pink veil. Sorry. No, you can stay where you are. You can stay where you are. Answer for us your question. What career do you have? Your 2021 self was asking, what career do you have now? Since 2021, what career do you have now? You speak up. What's your name and Chisache who? Gentrisha. I speak like an actress. I am an actress. You can hear me, can't you? Okay. What kind of woman have you become since 2021? You're confident. Okay. What have you achieved since 2021? Okay. You know, by the way, you don't have to have achieved something in the film career. You could have achieved something in your outside life. You are in primary, now you are in another level, right? That's an achievement. You got new friends, you got into the industry. Those are all achievements. Do you want to answer the question again? Okay. What challenges did you overcome over the last 5 years? Okay. Um, what advice would you now give your past self? Okay, you can have a seat. Next. Hmm? Yeah, you can read. You tell us your name and go ahead and read. What? Ew, you're very close to me and I can't hear you. Dev, can you hear her? No.
My name is Asako Specials.
Asako Speciosa. What career do you have?
So I don't have a career yet, but I'm glad that I'm pushing and using every opportunity that I get
To do what?
to get a career and also meet my goals.
Okay. What kind of woman have you become since 2021?
I've become a strong woman. I put myself out there.
Okay.
I feel strong.
All right. What have you achieved since 2021?
A few certificates and really good friends along the way.
Good job. What challenges have you overcome?
I've emotional challenges like disappointments,
Heartbreaks?
disappointments, the emotional bit, and then physically maybe financial challenges. But I'm glad I've gone through all.
Okay. What advice would you give your past self?
Well, my 2021 self was also strong, so I advise her to push on the way she has been doing.
To keep it up?
To keep what she was doing up. She was doing up.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, listening to the question.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Benjamin Yusuf.
Sorry?
Benjamin Yusuf.
Benjamin. Benjamin?
Yes.
Ben Amin?
Benjamin.
Benjamin?
Yes.
That's an interesting name. Okay.
Well, our names are interesting in some way.
Okay. Yusuf, what career do you have today?
Today, I'm a screenwriter, so on my way to becoming a doctor.
Okay. Wonderful. What kind of man have you become today?
A curious man and an interested man in people and in myself.
Okay. What have you achieved since 2021?
I've got my medical degree. I published my first book. And I've joined Film Club Uganda and other film circles in Uganda.
Okay. Wonderful. What advice would you give to your past self?
I'll tell him to do whatever he's doing step by step and to embrace the God-given gift that God gave him and to explore it and to exploit it to the maximum and always be curious and always try to add value and help whoever wants help.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Now, I'm going to challenge everyone that is in this room. Because of time, we cannot ask all of you to present. But I'm going to challenge each one of you to go back home and ask yourselves these questions, but ask your future self. All right? Like, ask Rona, what career do we have in 2031? Because it will be 2031. What career do we have in 2031? What kind of woman have we become? Okay? What have we achieved ever since 2026? In these 5 years, what have we achieved? All right? What challenges did we overcome in these 5 years? And then ask ask, what advice would you give me today? All right? Like I said before, these 5 years seem like 2031 seems like it's still very far. But remember how we were in COVID a while ago? That was 2020. Those were 6 years ago. Yeah? So it might seem like it's very far away, and you're like, I'll record when it's about to reach. But it's very important that you record that video now. It will help you look back, and you're like, because you need to look back at yourself and see that, oh, right now, if you ask me, Rona, today, if you ask me how is life, like, man, life is hard, things are not going right, things are not adding up, that's what I might tell you. Yeah. But when I record a video today and my 2031 self, I look back, I'll be like, oh, I have achieved something. And you see that thing that you get from that is very important to push you ahead. It's very important. It's like a booster. Like, it helps you, oh, okay, if I've achieved this in 5 years, that means I can do better. Because I recorded that video in 2021 when we were unsure. We were unsure of life. Like, everything seemed like, I recorded it at a time when we were still in lockdown, and we were not sure whether we were going to get out, or we were going to produce film in any way, you get. So when I look back at that video, I realize, I'm like, oh, okay, if I could do this in 5 years, that means if I put in so much effort, I can do even better. Yeah. Better. Where is the better coming from? Yeah. So I can even do better. Yeah. So you need that. You need like a boost from yourself, because we will come here and sing and be like, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. But if you hear it from yourself, your old self, it will hit differently. So I will challenge you to go back and record that video. Your future isn't something you wait for, it's something you build. Because when you realize, after 5 years from today, when you realize that, oh, something has changed, then that boost is going to help you build. Then it's going to help you work for something even better. Then you'll be building a better future. All right? So every choice you make after leaving this room is either going to take you closer to the future that you want, or it's even going to take you very far from the future that you envision. If you get away from, if you move from here today and say, film is not for me, I don't think I can handle, and you take another route, you go maybe to Chukubo or Wino and sell clothes, that's where the future is going to be. But if you decide and you're like, no, film is for me, I am going to try and try and try. I know how uncertain our job is. It's very uncertain. You don't know when the next gig is coming. You don't know where the next man is coming. I know that. I'm not even denying it. But if you pursue it and you continue to push it, Abaganda baina that saying where they say, "Wonyiganye nyindo bichi." Aha. Kati enyindo mujinyige. Ejja kumala ereeta omusaayi omulungi, not the bad way. Yeah? Like, just try. Push yourself. The very first move you're going to make is apply for this fund. That's the very first move you're going to make. If you make that move, there are very many things that you're going to get from this fund. You're going to go to residencies. You're going to, you might even win the money. That's a very good step. Your LinkedIn is going to be reading different. All right? So the first step that you can make today is apply for the fund. All right? Okay, let's move to, like I said, I'm going to try to inspire using my own experiences. Have you ever felt that something you really, really want? Have you? You have? Now me, I did. Growing up as a child, I had always been a leader from school. Straight from primary, secondary, university. I was a leader all the time. All the time. And then one day, people kept reaching out to me on NTV. There is this audition. You should go, Rona. You can do it, because we had watched from the first hostel, and we had seen the Matthews. We had admired them. People thought I could do it. They told me, you should apply. You should go for this audition. And it was coming from very strange people who I didn't think knew me like that. So when it came from my own friends, I'm like, you know what, let me go for this audition. Everyone is telling me to go. So I went for the audition, and the person that was very confident, myself, I reached in front of the panel, and my skirts were shaking, literally. I was shaking, nothing was coming out of my voice, and it was a hard no. You could tell even from the people that were looking at me, even when I tried to talk, you could tell that, no, there's no way. Yeah? So if you've had something like that in your life, something that you really, really wanted, and something that you think you're very good at, and you fail at it, I want you to use that as a challenge. Go back and ask yourself and wonder why. Why? If I really want it, why can't I do it? Yeah? I'm sorry to use this example, and I'm not trying to even trash anyone, but look at Sheba. Time and again, they say she's not a good artist. She's not a musician. Smata yimba. Yeah, they keep saying these things, but has that stopped her? It's something she wants, and she has pushed very much for it, and she has earned from it, hasn't she? She has had a life, a very good life, a full life. Now she's even getting the things people thought she should have gotten earlier, as a day. Before, people would be like, you get? Now she has gotten something from something that, if, I think she entered the music industry when she was 15. If then she had listened to people, if she had used that, if she had listened to that, and she had taken her another route, say, since she's a pretty girl, if she had said, let me go and model, would we be knowing Sheba like that? No, probably she would not even have achieved anything like she has achieved now. Yeah? So if in your heart you feel film is what you want, yeah? Push for it, because that dream that you have right there is very valid. I am not speaking because I have made it in life in the film industry or what. If anything, I have not yet even achieved anything in the film industry. According to me, I should be doing better. I should be doing wonderful things on another level. You get? But I want to encourage you from the level that I am at, that the dream that you have and the love that you have for film is very valid. Why am I telling you this if I have not yet made it like Lupita Nyong'o? Why am I telling you that? Because Lupita Nyong'o made it. Did they write it anywhere that Lupita Nyong'o should make it? Yeah, they are on National Theatre. Yeah? So if she could make it, then why not you? Your dreams are valid. If they were not valid, I would not be here today talking to you. Yeah? I was a nobody who just wanted to go and audition for a movie, for a TV series that I failed at. But I'm here today. I have films to my name. I have acted. I have produced. I have won awards. Yeah? I have been nominated with people that I never thought I would be in the same room with. The Rita Dominics, we were seated in the same place, and she was looking at me like I'm a star. In Uganda, I'm a nobody, but she was looking at me like I'm a star. Yeah? You get? So your dreams are valid. Get it from someone like me that has not achieved everything that she wants, but is trying. Okay? So I'm encouraging you to try. The next lesson is be curious enough to learn. You see, if being here alone is a very good thing, it's a very good start. It shows that you're trying to learn. You're trying to know what is happening in the industry. How do I apply for this fund? You're trying already to know. Keep it up. Be curious to know. And knowing will not find you at home. That's one thing that you should know. Knowing will not find you at home. You said you came with a makeup artist. Where is she? You stand up. I want to speak to you directly. Do you have a makeup kit? You're just learning. Okay, be curious enough. When we were going, I'm going to give you an example. When we were going to Nigeria, the very first time I was going to Nigeria, I was going to the AMAs. Do you know about AMAs? Africa Movie Academy Awards in Nigeria. They're like one of the biggest in Africa. I was going there. And before we went, because Nigerians are noisemakers, they made a lot of noise about the films that were nominated and who was nominated. So there were people in the public that saw those posts. And one of them was a designer who apparently had nobody. He had never designed anyone. He has no celebrities to his name, but he immediately reached out to all of us Ugandans that were nominated. He looked for us on Instagram. He reached out to us and told us, I think I still even have his DMs. He kept telling us, please, they use the word patronize. Yeah, please patronize me. Please, I can design you. You don't have to give me money. I can just, you just have to pay transport for me to bring for you the gown that I will have made for you, and then I take it back to the hotel. And of course, I felt like, yeah, I'm making it finally. And I agreed. I sent him my size, my size, my body size, and gave him my measurements, and he did the gown and brought it to the hotel. What am I saying to you? You're a makeup artist. No one is going to know that you're a makeup artist if you don't put your work out there. If that guy, up to date, I don't remember his name, but if that guy had not reached out to me, what I did was post and tag him and, you know, do my part like he addressed me and whatnot. If you don't put your work out there, no one is going to know you're a makeup artist. Unless the makeup artists, you're like mobile money agents. You're everywhere, meaning the competition is there. And if the competition is there, it means the money is there. There is no business that flourishes like that if there is no money. All right? Put yourself out there. How many of us here are writers? Wonderful. Now, you see how all of you are brilliant writers? Because everyone that writes a story believes in it to be the masterpiece. No one is going to know it's a masterpiece or it's crap. I'm sorry for using my French. No one is going to know if it's crap or a masterpiece if you do not reach out to people and to give them to read. Because two heads are better than what? Than one. If you give your script, I'm sorry, I know people steal scripts, steal ideas, I know all these things. But you people, if you fear those things, you will not go ahead. Reach out to the Screenwriters Guild. There are very many wonderful writers on the guild. Give them your script. You're like, what do you think about this script? Is it good enough? If they don't give you the time, tosigalao no gambate, this one did not give me time. Be curious to know who should I reach out to? Who should I give my project to see? The person that gives you attention is going to help you somehow. Do you know how many rejections I've received in my life? Oh my God. I write proposals. I think in a year I write like 1,000 proposals. How many do I get out of those 1,000? Sometimes 0. But do I stop? I don't stop. One day like this, I'll write my proposal that will turn around my life. Okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you people. Be curious to know who to reach out to, be very curious to know how you can move forward. Because let's say you have your wonderful scripts, having it in your palms and on your laptop doesn't do anything for the world. All right? I know that you're writing a novel.
No, my autobiography. Actually, I've written 4 books.
See?
Volume 1 of my autobiography, The Discarded Breed, an African autobiography. 26 countries on
You
3
see?
continents.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Be curious enough to learn. I was talking about putting yourselves out there. Did I know that he carried these books? But haven't you learned about his book? You might not have bought it, but you have learned about this book. If you're, say, God willing, you have been put in a position like you're in the ministry or in a government agency, and they want a book which they can use to say, now, like maybe do a film out of. You will be in this room, you know about someone that wrote a what? A book. Okay? But if you were home and you sat and you're like, me, whoever wants me will get me, you would not know about a person, a great person that has 4 books already. All right? You're amid this greatness. Okay? Okay. I wrote down and said, in an industry that is dominated by men, I pray that everyone in this room today works hard to become somebody in this industry. When you look at the ratios in the film industry, on the crew, we have 4-1, 4 men to 1 woman. I'm even being generous, I think. We might be having even 6-1, 6 men to 1 woman in the crew. When we come in front of the camera for the actors, we have 6-1, 6 women to 1 man. What does that show? That we like to look pretty on TV. But let me tell you the secret. The real money is behind the camera. Me, I was a wonderful actress. I'm not even trying to blow my own trumpet. But I realized at the end of the day, fame is sweet, but money is sweeter. Because my children will ask me for a toy gun and I can buy it. All right? Go behind the camera. And you see, being behind the camera doesn't stop you being an actress. That's the beauty about it. You can learn makeup, you can learn costume, you can learn cinematography, you can learn to write. There's so many things that you women need to jump onto. Be curious enough to want to learn something new, a new skill. Being pretty on TV does not pay you. Will it pay eventually? Yes. But in these 5 or 10 years that before it pays, how are you going to be? You're going to be frustrated. Do you know why we have actors that were once very good? Let me give you an example. There was a gentleman, I think he's called Charles Kabogoza. He acted as Chris in Deception. Oh, when I was watching Deception, I loved that man. I really, really looked forward to working with him. I was even not in the industry by then. I looked forward to working with him at a certain point. Why is he today? He's not in the industry. I don't know where he is, so I'm not going to assume that I know where he is. But he is not in the industry because he's not active in the industry. Okay? Do you know why he's not in the industry? He was frustrated by fame. One time he made an interview and said, one time guy yamusanga mu town namugamba, "Yi naawe musajja gw'otuswazizza kakasati ke wazanyiramu Deception." You get? Meaning, as a star, you should have things that you wear on TV and things that you should wear out of TV, okay? And he couldn't afford both, okay? Because our industry, indeed, at that time was not paying enough. Even now, it's not paying enough. It's getting there, pola and pola, but it's not paying enough for you to say, I'm going to be just an actress. I'm just going to be an actor. That is not going to feed your children. You're going to become the wife that still keeps nagging, bampeza transporting, and before you know it, the marriage has refused to work. Because ogenda kuset saa mwenda, okomawo saa mwenda, okomawo saa mwenda, ate ne sente ezikuleeta ozisaba your husband. Okay? So if you don't want to be frustrated in life, try and learn a skill in the industry. Be very curious to learn another skill. Mbalaba Nyonga, we are on set, and they're like, that van is taking the actors. Woo! They run to the van of the actors. That van is taking the crew, and you see the crew van be taking the tripods and the cameras and the whatnots. They're carrying them to take to the van. All our celebs have gone to the van. They're not even caring about carrying an equipment. Be curious. Wayangeyo jisitulo jitwale mu van. you will be remembered by that. Okay? If you're on set, you're not the one shooting. The sound recordist is tuning things here and there, and you're curious to look at what he's doing. The next time he has no assistant, he's going to remember a runner that was curious to look at what he was doing. All right? So if his assistant is there, he's not there, it's going to be like, Rona, you're the Toby Manu, because that's the beauty about the film industry. You're the Toby Manu, you can learn on the job. That's the beauty about the skill that I'm asking you guys to pick on. You can learn on the job. You don't have to have gone to, which institute that taught about screenwriting. You can learn on the job. All right? So this recordist is going to remember that there is a runner that was curious to look at what I was doing. He's going to be like, are you busy? No, I am not. You come and assist me. Before you know it, I'm earning a 50. Maybe if he's earning 200 a day, for him, he's giving me a 50K. You get? Be curious. I employ you, that word. I'm begging you to learn a skill. All right? And then this is specific to girls and women. The men are I think they're very ambitious. They always are learning something. But the girls are just going on screen and that's it. And that is not going to fend for you. All right? Be curious enough to want to know or try all these jobs in the industry. Like I'd already said, there isn't any a woman can't do. So try and attempt them. All right? My third point is the right people can change your life. Like I said, I'm going to use my life experiences to talk to you about how you can maneuver in this life or in this industry. What's up? My journey started with that audition that failed. And at that audition, there was Casmil. There was a friend of mine called Casmil. He told me, don't give up. I know maybe today it has failed, but you can try film club. All right? You can try film club and see. We are not settled. Sichitegeda. So Kasmi told me, you should go for film club. You never know. You can try your luck there. And I came for film club. And that's where I met Mr. Mutaka Ali, the president of the film club. And he spoke to me. I don't think he even remembers the things that he said that day. But he spoke to me and told me, you have the face. That color that you have is rich. You want to make money in the industry, never bleach your skin. You have an amazing skin color. And remember, when I was growing up, I used to use it. I was very defensive about being dark-skinned, and I never knew that I was anything, that there was nothing nice about being dark-skinned. I was always defensive, all right? And here there was a man telling me, I have a rich color that I'm going to earn from my skin complexion, yeah? I don't think he remembers that he gave me those words, but those words were enough for me. I went back and I'm like, oh, because he told me, you have the face for the TV. You have an amazing skin complexion. You speak very well. You are going to make a very wonderful actress. I went back home and I contemplated on it. I don't think I slept because I suffer with anxiety. When I'm anxious, I can hardly sleep. I don't think I slept. And I was thinking about these things and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to be an actress now. I decided. All right? But that took the right people. What do I mean by the right people? We have a tendency of going to a place and you have come with Namkwaya and you're sitting with Namkwaya. Namkwaya knows what you're going to eat for supper, knows what you're going to do. She probably knows even your underpanty. Yeah? So that person is not going to help you. The person that you need is in the room. Okay, let's say you have come and sat with Namkwaya. Find out, who am I with in this room? How are you going to find out? It's networking. You have to network. In this industry, the only currency that we have, the only thing that we go by is network. You're not going to say, oh, I have money, I'm going to be the best actress. No, your money doesn't work here. Network, network, network. Networking is your net worth. It's your wealth. knowing someone in some place, knowing the right producer, knowing the right casting agent, knowing the right writer, because the writers babeera bawandika batulowoozaako. Yeah, knowing the right people will get you the career that you want. The only currency that you need in the film industry is network. Network, network, network. And the problem is that we preach all these things and say, talk to people, meet people. And what you do is you go, you meet Juliana. Like, hi, Juliana, how are you? My name is Rona. And it stops there. You've not gotten their number. When you get the number, you probably keep it. Me, I have over 2,000 contacts. Do I talk to all the 2,000 contacts? Some of them, I don't talk to them because they are people that met me at events and probably think they need me and took my number. I will never refuse to give you my number or email. Yeah, I can't. I will give you the number. Now it's up to you to use it. And very many people are going to do this thing. They're going to give you the number. It's up to you to use it. We tell you network, and you go to these events and you network. You really do. You talk to Sinan, you talk to people, and you go back home, and that's it. And that's it. So let me ask, if you, let's say you apply for this fund, and you're looking for a director or a producer, and you got my number, because me, I'm a director, I'm a producer. You got my number. You did not contact me. If you call me on a Tuesday and you're like, I would like for you to direct my movie, please read through my movie. If you did not call me before, or you did not create a rapport, we did not network, actually become friends, or like acquaintances. We don't necessarily have to be friends, but acquaintances, colleagues, because this is now the job that we're doing. If we did not become colleagues, it's very easy for me to say, because that day I am probably going for a visitation day, which I can forego. Because we don't have rapport, it's very easy for me to say, I have a visitation day. That day is impossible for me. You see how you have lost me as a director or producer? You have lost me because you did not create a rapport. You did not network with me. You thought because you met me here today, we talked, that I remember you. Impossible. Okay? Having this number is not going to be enough. Use that number. And you see, don't use it in a way that is going to get you blocked at. Don't use the number that is going to get you blocked. Say you've gotten Matthew Nabiso's number. Hello, sir. How are you? I am so-and-so. I'm an actress. That's good. He will read it like, oh, nice meeting you. And he goes on. And hello, sir. The next day, the same thing you keep telling him. You keep telling him you're an actor. Be creative. You're creatives. If you have introduced yourself, the next time he posts, say, a fund, even if you know the details of the fund, ask him the details. Okay? Be creative. Even if you know Sanyu, yeah? It is let's say, I'm now speaking in past tense. He's producing Sanyu. You know that for a fact. Ask him, what are the challenges you're facing at Sanyu? Do you need volunteers? I'm going to ask you, please volunteer. Before you want to earn money, please volunteer. Because it's the volunteers that we remember. Okay? Please volunteer. If you can afford to volunteer, please do it. All right? So like I was saying, the right people, the right people will do it, change your life. Like, and below there you will see your network is your net worth. Network is it's the only money you need in the industry. Okay? And the fourth is your reputation will speak before you do. Here is, let's read together. People remember the girl that arrives early or the girl that arrives late. People will remember the girl who finishes their work or the girl who doesn't finish her work. People will remember a girl who respects everyone or the girl who doesn't respect anyone. And people will remember the girl who keeps learning and is eager to learn, or they will remember the girl that thinks she knows it all. Now, which girl do you want to be? Which man do you want to be? The one that arrives late? Last week I gave you an example. Sorry for those who are not here. I gave you an example. I was seated somewhere and I was overhearing a conversation. I wasn't part of that conversation. But people were saying, Banange Helen. They're talking about Helen Nukoma. Banange Helen, Vela punctual. Setebele tanka sawe munga 12 yatusedda. Me as a producer, do you know what I picked from that? That's the person that I want. The people that are producing the series that she's on or the movie that she's on are saying, Helen, all the way. And then people will be like, babera banoonya dda abantu baabwe. No, babera tebabafuna dda. They give the people that come to set early. They say set is beginning 6, olaba omuntu atuuka ssaawa 2. Why would you call that person again? Say there are some circumstances that made you come late. Did you communicate? Yeah? People will remember the girl who finishes work. You see how I told you about the cable? There are cables here. They say it's a wrap. And for you, you're thinking, where is my bag so that I go? But the whole set is still very busy. The wires everywhere, the tripod still standing. You're not asking, can I help you somewhere? Can I help you with this? Do you need me to do something for you? Owa costume alimu kusaba, mumpa olugoye, mpa nawe mpakinge. You're not trying to help. Who are they going to remember? If Juliana goes to Esther and Esther, do you need me to help? I'm going home, but do you need me to help you? And she tells you, Nyambo nzingire kweze ngoye no zizinga, I can assure you, she will remember you. And what does that remembrance do for you? Do you know that our film industry is one circle like this? We don't even need casting agents, by the way, in the industry. Because we are our own casting agents. Several times I get calls, do you know omuwala nga afanana bwati ne bwati nga tagenda kumpa buzibu? Yeah? And I will recommend because tewampa buzibu. You get? So if Esther gets that call, or sometimes she is on set, and like, Banange, I forgot to cast this part. How did I forget? Banange, who should we put in this part? We usually get incidences like those on set. Yeah? Who should I put in this part? And Esther remembers a Juliana that helped her fold her clothes. You think she's going to call the person that when they said it's a wrap, she ran to her van? There is no way. She's going to remember the person that was humble enough to help. All right? So please, have a good reputation. It doesn't kill you. It doesn't take anything from you. If anything, it adds on you. All right? Have a good reputation. The girl who respects everyone. Like they said, I'm going to again use the same example so that you don't miss it. I used Mr. Shaviro Raymond. You all know him? Yeah? You don't know him? I can get him very quickly. You can Google. Mr. Rushabiro Raymond. In the industry, we call him Uncle Ray, Uncle Raymond. Let me put full light. Anyone that doesn't know him. In the industry, he's known as Uncle. That's the good thing about our industry. We don't even have to say, oh, Mr. So-and-so, because you might forget the aunt, we call each other uncle, mama, papa. It's very easy. Be respectful enough. So let me give you an example. You found he will even be in utter shock because in the industry, no one calls him by his name. Do we say his name? Yes, but we say it with uncle. All right? Imagine, who is he going to remember? Rona who said Uncle Rushabiro, or you who said Rushabiro? And if you said Rushabiro and he remembers you for that, will he respect you enough to call you or recommend you anywhere? No. Be respectful. Doesn't take anything from you. Madam, uncle, aunt. You get, they sound local, but it helps you. It helps you not be disrespectful. Imagine you're in front of Mr. Nawiso and you're like, Nawiso Matthew. Jesus. Doesn't it sound strange? It's imagine you're in front of Mumbeja Mariam Dagir and you're like, Mariam, hey, hey. You get my point, eh? Be respectful. Be very respectful, and that respect is going to bounce back to you. Because some people don't even, me, I actually didn't know why people were respecting me. At a certain point, I'm like, why am I getting all this respect? Why is someone calling me madam? Because it used to sound strange when people would call me Madam Ron. I'm like, Madam what? I was 20, like 25. I was like 26 there. And people were calling me Madam Ron. I'm like, what? But then it was because I was calling people madam. I was calling everyone. Yeah, you get it. It didn't take anything away from you at all. But when your best friend bongo yagala kugeya Rona, no muita Rona, it's okay. Yeah? But if you're in front of Mr. Msinguzi, the word Mr. doesn't take anything from you. All right? And you're going to be remembered for that. And the girl who keeps learning, I spoke about this earlier. The one that wants to learn is the one that is going to get a gig. All right? Let's go to the fifth point. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting. Because let me tell you, like the point where I said that all of you need to get the skills. You're not going to learn from home or YouTube. Yes, you can learn from YouTube, but you're not going to get hands-on skills. Stop waiting for, say, the cinematographer to call you. Oh, Juliana, come and help me zoom. Or come and help me clean the lens. He's not going to do that. Yeah, because it's his job, he was paid for it, he's going to do it. But if you see him fidgeting, he's holding a lens here, he's holding another here, and you come and you're like, ekuka, nkuyambeko, no mukwatirako ku lens. He's going to remember you. You're going to get a rapport with him. Like I said, networking is our net worth. It's the only currency we have in our industry. So he's going to remember you for doing what? For just being nice. You did not ask for permission because you know another person will be like, nedda sigenda kwata kulenzi wenjasa. That's where you're going to stay. Ogenda sigalao Juliana ayambe kuka okukwata lens okumusimulirako. Next time, before you know it, when a cooker is being called, let me give you an example using a cooker again. A cooker was called, no, not a cooker, Lukman, Mr. Lukman Ali. Right? Yeah, Mr. Lukman Ali was called to Nigeria. Yeah, to produce, I think, Brotherhood, to direct it. Do you know that he said, I am not coming unless my assistant is coming as well? And do you know who his assistant was? He didn't even know that he was his assistant until they told him. Like, he's Ivan. Ivan told, he was judging us and he told me, nze ali yangamba ntino nze assistant we, nga nange simanyi nti I'm his assistant. All right? And did he earn money from it? He earned a lot of money from it. From not waiting to be given the permission. Me, there are people who I think I'm their agent, even them don't know. But I am their agent because of one reason. They were nice to me. They were good to me when I was working with them. They were nice people. So when they are asking me all the time, every time they're asking me for something, even if it's not in their acting career, or it's in a different notion altogether, I always recommend them. They don't know that. But for some reason, I'm doing the job of an agent for them. Why? Because they were good. They were very eager to learn. They were very eager. They were not waiting for someone to say, so and so, come and do this. Yeah? It sounds like kweguya, because recently a lady came to me. No, her brother came to me and said, my sister wanted to be an actress. You people, you treat yourselves like gods. You want babeguyenyo. Sorry. That's what you want. I'm like, where that era was there, where people wanted to be worshipped before they could give you roles, that era was there, and it's normal. It's not there anymore. If it's there, leave that person. Don't work with them. But the kweguye bit why you need it, you as a person that has not yet, akyali mu kugezaako, bw'oba teweeguyiza, like how are you planning to make it in life if you feel sweet on everyone? Yeah, be humble. Humility. Oh my God, I don't know how I can stress this one. Be humble. Be very humble. You're going to be in these residencies and you meet people. Be very humble. It doesn't take away your beauty, your nyash, your hair when you just say hello. It doesn't. Okay? Just be humble, be nice, and stop waiting for people to tell you, what's your name? Immaculate. Just don't wait for people to say, Immaculate, nyambonzi jirekao. When you're saying it, have integrity to go and pick it and help. Just don't wait for permission, all right? Instead of asking yourself who is going to give me the next opportunity, instead ask, what can I create? I believe that everyone in this room is a creator, is a creative of some sort. You are a makeup artist, you are a writer. Everyone in this room is a creative. In this day and age of AI, you cannot sit on yourself and say, I can't do anything. I have to wait for Rona to produce a film, to go to her, to cast me. No, in this day and age, do not do that. Who has, you have your phone in your hand. Do you have data on it? You have data as well? You have AI on your phone? You don't? Now, let me first employ you. All of you in this room have AI. This is even not... let it be a must for all of you to have AI. You see the tendency of thinking, there was a time back, AI came 5 years ago, I don't remember, but 5 years ago, when you would say you did something with AI, people would look at you with some stigma. They're like, taina magezi aina kubuza AI. In this day and age, if you still have that mentality, you're going to be left behind. All right? If you still have that mentality of AI, you're going to be left behind. Because you know what? AI is the future. It is already here. We are in the future. Use it. And it's very easy to use. Tell it exactly what you want. Say, right now I want both of you to ask it. What thing can I do as a person to create? What creative thing can I do right now to create? To create in terms of film. What creative thing can I do right now to create in terms of film? What creative thing can I do right now to create in terms of film? Who has gotten an answer from AI? Yes, read for us what it has told you.
Good evening, creatives.
Good evening.
AI has told me, write short scripts or scenes, film with your phone, practice editing, create cinematic videos, learn one filmmaking skill each week, join local film.
You can stop there. Did you hear anything? Look for money, look for millions of money and create? Did it say, look for a Sony camera, look for a black magic, look for a cinematographer? Did it say anything like that? Everything it said you can do. Write short stories. And you see, the funny thing about stories is that we live stories. Oyina sister we yafunye olubuto mama we yamuganya okoma we waka. That's a story. You have a sister that is at university and does not go with food at university, so she's oppressed by her friends that have food. That's a story. You get, we live stories. We have stories all over, like all around us, all right? Then it said, use your phone to do what? You don't even need permission from someone to say, remember when I said stop, it's okay. Do you remember when I said stop asking for permission, waiting for permission? You can get this phone. I'm going to give you an example of my husband. My husband is away, he's in the States. He went to study and he was there and he was beating himself. Yes, he's studying film, but he was beating himself up and he's like, Banange, I've left my career. It was starting to get to a peak. I've left my career behind. He was sad. And he picked this very phone because he was using this very phone. He picked this very phone and started recording leaves. I did not say people. Leaves, bottle tops, cans, and he was doing cinematic, nice videos. And a guy saw them and said, "Ne Morris, okwata video bulungi. Ojo nkwateyo ka video nka posting man." He's like, "Okay, just a video, that's okay." And me, I usually put videos together using CapCut. You remember how it said, learn an editing skill? You don't even have to go, Simanya, Adobe Premiere Pro. I want to be and you go to YouTube, Simanya, and learn the hard things. Start with the simple things. CapCut, in short, the simple things, okay? And he recorded this guy. I put the video together. He gave him the video, and the guy is like, "Wow, oyagala sente meka. Nga wakoze man, man, this one it's going to be expensive on me." And then Morris was like, "Oh, you want to pay me money?" In his head, he's like, "You want to pay me money for that? You get, for something that I can shoot with just my camera?" And the guy gave him $100. From that, now he's not supposed to work, but he is getting money. He's getting money with something as simple as getting an iPhone 13. Now he has already upgraded. Zaidi was 13. But because it made him money, he had to even upgrade. You get what I mean? In this day and age, you cannot be sitting at home and waiting for permission, or let me wait for Mr. Director Samuel Xavier. Please. Mwabagala okumanya people. Director Samuel Xavier is here. Babiddeko. So, like, use what you have to create. Let me tell you other things that are there in the industry. I started something that I'm even failing to follow up on because life gets very busy. I started something that I'm going to be a commentator of film, review films, because people want to know where to get Ugandan films, but they don't know where to go. People want to get what to watch over the weekend. They don't know what to watch. So they go on TikTok and find, what should I watch? And they can't get it. So I started something and I'm like, I'm going to be a commentator and a review of film. All right? So can't you do it? Do you know how much we are looking for, in the industry, we are looking for people that can vlog? So instead of hiring, say, give me a content creator's name. I've forgotten all of them. Give me a content creator's name. Give me a content creator on TikTok. Who? Talivian. Simumanyi, but instead of giving Talivian money, let us give it to Juliana. Because why are you guys not using these things? They are here. They are not going to be like, oh, they have come, they are going to fade. Yes, they are going to fade. Facebook faded. But TikTok is here right now. And we have to look for TikTokers out of the industry to push the word because you guys don't have numbers. You get my point? So don't sit on yourself. Don't wait for the next project or Simanya has a project before the project comes, because right now let me give an example. Right now, we have a dry spell going on. I think we have like 3 projects going on or 2. Yeah. So meaning like 70% of the film industry is dormant. So if you're going to wait in this dry spell, what is going to happen? Use your phones, use the things that you have to create, all right? Write if you can. If you can't, you will not know until you try. Write something, share with someone, and be like, look at my story, what do you think? All right? Number 6 is protect your purpose and protect yourself. Set professional boundaries. This is for you ladies. Set boundaries. Okay? Set professional boundaries. Is the director going to call you beautiful? Yes, he is. Is he going to tell Rona that she's beautiful? Yes, he is. Is he going to tell Juliana that she's beautiful? Yes, he is. So what I'm trying to say, a director telling you that you're beautiful or a producer does not mean now all of a sudden you're the most beautiful in the whole world. Bagenda kulya bakulekewo. Okay? I'm going to say it point blank. There is a lady, we were on a live one day, and she said, can you imagine, there is a producer, Rakuba, I don't want to name and shame, but there is a producer. He promised me a role, a leading role, and told me if I sleep with him, he's going to give me a leading role. Bwe twagenda ku seti, nga ninamu line bbiri ezoogera nga role gye nali njagala bagiwadde omulala. But they already ate you, okay? And you didn't get the role. That's what I'm trying to say, people. Eh? Set professional boundaries. If anything, let me give you a trick. Let me tell you something. In this life, even if it's not in the industry, in the film industry, if you're working, say, in a school and you sleep with the headmaster, work is going to get complicated. Because omusajja obeera omaze omulaba nga ali naked, the respect sort of goes away. Okay? So avoid as much as you can from having your boss in the same bed as you. If you're in the same bed with your boss, please be in that bed because of love, of something outside film. Okay? Don't be on a table read. Jessica read the script very well for you, and you're like, oh, she's very pretty, I must sleep with Jessica. Yeah? Those are wrong reasons. If you find Jessica, she's in the industry, if you find Jessica empowering women somewhere at Skies, and you admire her from that side, and you sleep with her, that's different. Now that's different. Okay? But if you don't set boundaries and you start sleeping with people because you want a role, they're going to sleep on you, and you're going to have a body count like this. Is that what you want? Is that the kind of life you want? And girls, I'm going to ask you to not have that in your past. Don't have that in your past. If you want to become, the problem is that you people have small dreams. Like, you want to become famous in Uganda and that's it. You don't want to become a Michelle Obama. Like, those seem like wild dreams and you think they can't be done. That's why you can manage to have that in your past. Meaning, same as I speak to you, I cannot afford any that in my past. I can't. If it's there, maybe it happened, but I doubt it's there. No one can stand on his 2 feet and say they have a nude of me. Impossible. Because why? I want to be something big. It's so big that it can't fit in this room. And that something big cannot afford to have nudes. If I want to speak in front of Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, of people of that caliber, I cannot afford to have nudes. Oyo musajja bw'aba tasobola kukulaba ng'oli bwereere bwe bati ng'akulabako bwe bati, muleke. If a picture is what is going to satisfy him, muleke. Set professional boundaries. Think about the future that you're trying to achieve, okay? Unless you people just want to be famous in Kampala, Ogweo, bakwerabire, that's okay. Then send every Tom, Dick, and Harry your nudes, okay? Recognizing that every opportunity is not a good, recognizing that not every opportunity is a good opportunity. Let me give you an example. There's a time someone reached out to me Nangamba, I would like to work with you. You're a very good actress. I really, really would like to work with you. Netugenda netusoma script, bwe twavaayo, the next comments, they were not in line with the script. I could see where it was going. And ladies, let's not try to hide the fact that we can see before they say. You know that you can see before a man says, can't you? You can tell from small flirtatious texts, you can tell that this man is trying to court me. You can tell. So if you can tell, then stay away from such a project. Stay very, very far away from it, because it's going to put a taint. Look at your career like a very, very white shirt. The moment a stain of ink goes on it, it's no longer white. It's that stained white shirt. Okay? So stay away from those opportunities that are going to drag you into the mud. All right? Respect yourself enough to say no. You remember the body count I was talking about? Because, I'm not going to name, but in the music industry, there is a very curvaceous, beautiful musician who every producer says, Chiwoma. But what kind of career is that? I can assure you she's not going to go anywhere if every producer says Chiwoma. Eh? Respect yourself, you people. You cannot be having a body count like that. Like every producer, director, smanya sound engineer, smanya boom operator, like everyone. Say no. Eh? Say no. Like have a no in your mouth. All right? And even if it's not even the sexual way, say no to some things that you see are going to drag you down. Eh? Some projects you can clearly see, again, a sigala computer. And you can tell. That's the thing about the industry, is that you can tell in a project ina jiraga. Nga ne director, tamanyi wagenda jitunda. Ne rather producer, tamanyi wagenda jitunda. Like nga you can see that taina vision, ina like future, and you're like, kastanzanya. Please say no. It's okay to say no, and very, very okay. Mubeereko busy. If you're saying that project is not taking you anywhere, as a woman or a man, please say no. You're like, and you see, by that you don't even have to be rude and say, no, I cannot. No. Director Sam. Director Sam Njagalanyo. But I'm sorry. This whole month I'm very, very tight. You get? He's going to understand that you're tight. He's not going to understand that you said no. All right? So in the next project, when bwafuna omulamwa ajja kuyita. You get? Wait. It clicked itself. Yeah. Build a career based on integrity rather than shortcuts. Integrity. I'd already spoken about this. Have integrity in yourself. Even if no one is watching, the meaning of integrity is a good deed that you do even when no one is watching. Okay? Because if Director Sam comes to you and says, Sam, it will be between you and him. Okay? We have not known. The integrity we're talking about is for you to say, let me tell you guys, you don't even have to say, no, leave me alone, Director Sam. I don't want you to even insult me like that. You don't have to say all those English words. And like, Director Sam, and he's going to laugh about it, and you're going to remain friends, and you get my point. You get? So, like, build a career that has integrity. Have integrity in yourself. What do they call it when you have integrity? I don't know. Forgotten the English word. Like, have integrity. Not everything that you do must be monitored. If you can not have a career without monitoring, then that career is doomed to fail. Like, you can have integrity in yourself and say, this is the person I'm going to be. In these 5 years, I'm going to achieve this and this. If you don't, you try again. You try again and keep trying, and don't taint yourself with some things that are going to come out in future, all right? Then talent and dignity are equally worth protecting. It's the same thing. If you don't have dignity on yourself, like you don't have respect for yourself, and you have talent, like I've spoken about that musician that every producer says, like everyone knows her in and out, so they don't really respect her career. I'm sure there are producers out there and they're like, chance beats. Eh? Why? Because she has given herself the dignity, the respect. She has showed people that I am who I am. I am who I think I am. You get? So the respect keeps coming, and people want to work with her. All right? When you are talented and you add the dignity, my. Yeah? You're a bankable actor, you're a bankable writer, you're a bankable actress. Finally, these are things I wish someone had told me at 20. I wish someone had told me that your voice matters. Now I'm telling you that your voice matters. You do not, never allow someone to put your fire out because they don't believe in your vision. Like I told you at the start, your vision and your dream are valid. Okay? Your dream and vision are valid. I wish at 20, because me in my career, I think I would have set off really fast if I didn't have so much noise in the background saying, what's that? Why are you going into the film industry? What is that? You're not going to become somebody. You should finish your mechanical engineering. That's now a career. Filming is not a career. You get? If I had not listened to that mambo jumbo, I would be very far. Now I'm going to teach, to inspire you not to listen to that mambo jumbo. It's there and it's very loud, coming from loved ones, coming from family, looking at you like you're choosing wrong. Yeah? Don't listen to it. Okay? That voice that you have in your head telling you you're a good actress is valid. Listen to it. Don't listen to the noise outside your voice. Okay? Listen to it. Push, and push. All right? I wish someone had told me a while ago that comparison steals confidence and comparison keeps, like, steals confidence. I kept comparing myself and wondering, banangi, ababa nabo bachikola batya. And wondering, how am I ever going to make it? Yeah? Stop comparing yourself. That's why there is that saying, Bozinengalo tano tezenkana, for a reason. Dan Anabatans is going to make it before you because God chose it like that. Okay? Stop comparing. Your story is not my story. See how we are saying Rema and Chosen Becky? Let's use the two people. Those are two different brands. Totally different people. Totally different personality. But they are all great musicians, aren't they? Okay? Stop comparing yourself. Imagine Chosen Becky one moment woke up and said, now I'm going to be like Rema. I'm going to try. Do you know that she has fans who love her for her funny things that she does? The moment she says, I'm going to be like Rema, they're going to stay away from her. Okay? Stop comparing yourself. Your art is different from my art, and try to, mold your art and make it your own self, you get? So that when people look at Rona, they're like, that chick is very, very confident. When they look at Julian and they're like, that girl, she is very, very talented. I have a lady in the industry they keep comparing me to. Not comparing, they mistaken me for her. She's called Joanna Agaba. Sometimes even they want Agaba and they reach out to me. Sometimes they want me and they reach out to her. There is no resemblance. They are just two dark-skinned girls. Yeah? But what I'm trying to say is, try to have your own, like, have an identity. Don't copy. When I realizing Aunt Agaba is very good at crying, me, I can cry. If I chose to cry, I can cry. Even now, I can start. You get what I mean? When I realized that she is very good at crying, I was like, okay, let me build something else. All right? You have to choose. And you see, when you don't look at this as a career, that's what stops you from molding your art as an art. When you start looking at it as a part-time job, you will not look at it as a career, so you will not think for it, you will not think of it as a brand. But me, I look at myself as a brand, and I'm like, Rona, you can't do this, you can't do this, you need to do this. And I position myself like that. So Juliana, sit and ask yourself, what kind of actress do you want to be? The good thing, there are very many people that you can look up to. There are very many, Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, there are very, very many. Yeah? Look and see, what brand are you building? What art do you want the world to know you for? All right? Right now, we all know Esther Nakaziba. She could have chosen to do makeup, glamorous makeup. She could do it. She used to do my makeup when we had just started in the industry, a glamour makeup. And she stopped. And she was like, okay, everyone is doing makeup. Now me, I want to be known for Bajita Batia Director Sam. SFX. Yes. I want to be known for SFX. That industry makeup. You'd get what I mean. You get. So she chose and she said, I'm going to be good at this and I'm going to do it. So all of you, start looking at yourselves as brands and choose what you're good at and now harness that art. All right? I wish I had learned before that you need to learn before you earn. There are very many opportunities that went past me because every time they would come to me, I'd be like, how much? I was nowhere. And I was asking how much. They were even helping me to reach out to me, and I was asking how much. I had not yet even learned anything, and I was asking how much. Today, don't make the same mistake that I made. Learn to volunteer. It's from that volunteering that you're going to do. Makeup artist, learn to volunteer. It's from that volunteering that you're going to do that people are going to realize, oh, she's actually very good. If you learn that there is, you remember the example I gave you of the designer that dressed me at the Amas? If you learn that there is a film in a film festival, Uganda Film Festival, yeah? Choose people, yeah? Choose people, get into their DMs. Be like, I am offering free makeup for you at the film and Uganda Film Festival. For her, she will have felt like you all have given her importance. That's the importance I was telling you about, that I got, that I felt that a Nigerian reached out to me to dress me. I felt good about it. So if you go in the DMs of a certain person and you're like, I would like to do your makeup at the film festival. Are you going for the festival, first of all? If you are, can I do your makeup? And you do her makeup, she is going to give you the tag. That's all you need. All right? That's all you need. Learn before you earn. People, you are a nobody right now. Use it as a tool. Use it and be like, oh my God, I'm a nobody, but I want to become a somebody. Okay? Test Director Samuel. Director Samuel, are you going to the film festival? Yes. I am very good at costuming, putting things together. Can I do your costume to the festival? You don't have to go Kuchalani and do. You can go and Kuyiriba and get the costume together, whatever she's going to dress. And then they always ask us these questions. Who dressed you? They will ask him and you'll be like, they'll be like, but for you, you want to earn immediately. Learn before you earn, all right? Get a skill, try to learn it, and then you will earn eventually. Chembagambie, the other designer, right now, if I'm going to go to Nigeria, I'll first reach out to him because he is soko kunyambaza. You get? I'll reach out to him. I'm like, this time I'll even be giving him money, all right? Learn a skill, volunteer before you can earn. They are going to remember you if you volunteer this time and be like, I can be a very good errands runner. Runner, please give me a gig. I'm a very good errands runner. I'll be like, okay, I'm volunteering. That's what we want to hear. As a producer, that's what you want to hear because the budget is not budgeting. So when you get a volunteer, you're like, that's very good. All right? So this person is going to come. Sorry. That's what a producer wants to hear, right? So they will hear this and they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, come on board. Come be my errands runner, rather. You come and do the job. The next time he's going to do a gig, he's not going to look elsewhere. He is not. This time you'll be earning. All right? Finally, ask questions. No, not finally. Second last, ask questions and read contracts. Remember when I told you all of you should have AI on your phone? You see where the purpose comes in? Because these contracts have very hard words. Put in the AI. In this day and age, you cannot be thinking AI is for dense people. If anything, you're the dense one. Let me give you an example. I was somewhere and I was showing someone an article Douglas Bender wrote. I'm like, oh, this is well put together. This is very nice. He has written about the industry very well. This is exactly what is happening in the industry. The other person was like, hey, AI. And I was like, so? Because the prompt he gave the AI, you cannot prompt the AI the way he did. All right? So you're there looking for captions and looking for the English that you read in school. And you're going to write for us in Bogo to Kusekere. AI is going to give you a very sweet and simple caption, and you're going to put it there, and fans are going to be like, oh, she's very smart. But AI helped you. And this day and age, you cannot be stigmatizing people that are using AI, all right? Let's go. Hey, finally, it was... finally, you belong in the room. You see how we are in this room? And the names that are going around, producer, director, writer, and you're feeling, oh my God, I feel small. There are directors and producers in that room. No, my darling, we are also in the room telling ourselves, I belong here. That's what we are telling ourselves. So for you, who has not yet even become the producer, why are you not telling yourself that you belong there? You belong in the room. In this room that we are in, you belong there. Go back home knowing I'm a filmmaker. I was in that room as a filmmaker. When they ask you, don't say, oh, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
I'm a filmmaker.
What do you do? What do you do? Okay. Why I was asking that what do you do was because in this room that we are in today, we are filmmakers. Somewhere else where I work, they ask me I'll be a communications officer. In this room today, I'm a filmmaker. You belong in the room. Stop doubting that you are a filmmaker. You should have rights, like on spot told me you're a filmmaker. All right? And finally, sorry. Stop waiting to be discovered. The industry doesn't just need talented people. It needs problem solvers. It needs the people that know where to go in Owino and pick costume. It needs the people who are going to give us these stories. Some of our heads maybe are no longer thinking right, and you have a wonderful story. Don't wait to be discovered, people. Try, reach out to these people. Like I said before, networking is a what? Sorry? Networking is our only currency in the industry. It's the only money you need. All right? The industry doesn't need all these actresses. The industry right now, we have so many actresses, we have so many actors, we have so many of all those talented people. Right now we are looking for people who are going to come up with festivals. We are looking for people who are going to write grants and ask for grants and look for funds. We are looking for people who are going to bring the money in the industry. Be a problem solver. All right? Go research and find out where we have a gap in the industry. Try to tackle it. And we are going to celebrate you, by the way, very, very much, more than even the actresses. All right? Yeah, confidence is built through practicing your craft, showing your work, and taking opportunities, not waiting for permission. Okay? Don't wait for permission. If you get out of this room and they say that chick ayogedde kubanga tumanyi okuva mu room bananga ayogedde nga tujjukira kye ayogedde, please take this one. Do not wait for permission. On set, do not wait for permission to carry a cable. In your life, do not wait to be told to create. You can create with your phone, like I said. All right? Do not wait for permission to reach out to Rona. Do not wait for permission to reach out to Director Sam. Do not wait for permission. Okay? If anything, in all the things that I've said, if you forget all of them, please remember that do not wait for permission. That's it from me, Mr. Msinguzi. I am done.
You're done.
I am DONE. Yeah, but I challenge you to, come please. I was still going because you are not here.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Please, can we clap for our I hope it has been very wonderful. I request the same number we've come today. We maintain time the last session. By 4, please, Ugandans. By 4. Let us all be here.
I was here.
Yes, he was. Thearter is actually the first from the very first session. Thearter is the first from the very first session. Yeah, Thearter has been first. In the next session, what I'm going to do in the next session, the first 5, we shall award them gifts for coming early. Yeah. So at this moment, allow me to invite my team leader, Mr. Msinguzi Godfrey. You're most welcome, sir.
Why are you smiling? Aboluganda mukama favors. Muli bulungi? Did you have a Q&A? Question and answer? Temwina bibuuzo? Mwina? Mujja kwogera mulimba. Mwina ebibuuzo oba temwina? Okay, do you have questions? Okay. So we're going to have a break. You're going to have a cup of tea. Network. The reason why we put this tea is specifically for one reason. Si kulya kukuta. Wabula kulya oyogere ne banno. Okyegera such that byoyize nga muno tabiyize osobola okukola ki asobola okukuyambako. You get the point? So that's the main reason why we have a break tea. You're going to have a cup of tea. Kati ensobi gye twakoze twataddeko amagi. Are we live? Like seriously temusobola bijjako nga munabye isima tosobola kusooka n'okuba wakalanga awo nga ddala bintu byenjogera on the sense ndabe. Anyway, but thank you so much. Please give it up for Rona. Yes. We're supposed to have another session, but our time is very, very late. And also the other thing, our facilitator for the speeching did not manage to show up because she got a challenge, last minute challenge. So probably we'll have a full discussion of this continuation on Tuesday next week, which will be the last session for the pitching. But what we're going to do, we're going to take a break for 20 minutes. 20 minutes, have a cup of tea, please network. But before we do that, I want people that have questions. 3 hands. That is 1. Ababali emabega eyo nga banyumya bawabbo. Are you part of us? No. Oh, you're not. Okay. Please bwemala mufulume bwemba temuna. Ate wane mubeere n'empisa bw'oba okimanyi ozereetye kijja kukwasa ensonyi okusanga ku layini yakye nga gw'osooseeyo. Okay. Okay, a hand. A question, please. John, join a question. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Let's begin from here.
Um, Thank you so much for this. Um, my question is, you talked about volunteer. But I no longer have to volunteer because you can't volunteer and
You
volunteer
guys.
and volunteer until hello, you come, you're going to do a paper. You come and do a paper. So when do I know that? So we sign up for volunteer.
I don't know if you can memorize that. Okay, you still remember the question? Can you repeat it for other people too?
So she
What
was,
was Soka Kuchai? Yes, go ahead.
so she was talking about volunteering. You have to volunteer, like, to make a break into the film industry. So I understand that volunteering is like free, so you have to like be having some expenses that because you can't call me to volunteer on a setting like Mokona, you have to use transport and everything. So when do I know that I no longer have to volunteer, like cutting to so sign up volunteering career and because
Okay, who was the other person?
The second person is this one. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kemba Wazirita, and basically my question is about film planning and everything. So, yes, I know this is a session whereby women are mostly targeted, right? Disabled. But what exactly do I need to have or to do to qualify for everything? Who qualifies exactly?
Okay. The third question, yes. Otobuuziza ogambye ta? Yogerako nnyo.
My name is Sachi Joan Grace. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the facilitator for every single information that she has given us. It has been a moment and session. Yes, besides the need to know this digital thing, opportunity,
Ebyana byogera.
the other thing is how I able to get
Ekibuuzo sikiwulidde.
How do
Kikyo.
I apply for the fund?
Oh, okay. The last question from the gentleman, yes. Good evening, how are you? Juma?
I'm a student at IYF.
You are what?
Student at IYF. Uganda Academy. First of all, I want to thank the facilitator for this wonderful training. It has empowered me as a youth. We have many youth outside there, but they cannot get access to this opportunity. So, what can we do
It would be
as
actually
class
wonderful if you kept your voice as low.
to see that more youth can get to know more about this film stuff? And we have other branches within Uganda, or this is the only branch here?
Thank you for your question.
The main children of the branch.
Ebibuuzo mulina bingi. Nnako bimeka? Ogenda sooka wansalinga ekikyo.
I'm gonna answer two questions. When do you figure to stop volunteering, and what can we do to tell people more about film opportunities like this? Because I'm going to let Mr. Godfrey answer who qualifies and what to do to apply and how to apply. I'm going to allow Mr. Godfrey to answer those questions. I know how to, but he's in a better position to tell you this information, right? So when do you, I'm actually going to task someone to answer for you that question. I can answer it, but I would like for Mr. Samuel Sevier to answer that question. When do you figure when to stop volunteering?
Yeah, thank you. I was even gonna put up a hand answer that because I felt like it was itching. So the funny thing is, you never stop volunteering at any level. Even if you won an Oscar, you will still do some volunteering work. The only difference is you to determine when are you not allowed to work for free. You understand? Because, for instance, I don't necessarily work for free, but I still volunteer in some spaces, depending on what other value besides money am I getting by adding or bring to something. I'm either investing in someone, investing in something, or myself by volunteering. You understand? So sometimes you may volunteer for you to learn, get experience, invest in something before someone else trusts you. Because when you go to places, they'll ask you, "Have you done this before?" But if you volunteered about that very specific thing, then you can qualify to maybe ask for a paycheck or something. Because it's really hard for you to determine your earning from something that you've never done. You understand? That's why sometimes when I'll give an example for actors. When people are being cast, they will ask you, have you acted before? Have you not? Da, 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 da. If you look at their flyers that normally fly around and they tell you that this very big film you saw, actor A who was the lead was paid less than the support. Especially the Superman film that came out recently, the lead got less money than Lex Luthor. You understand? But then, because this guy didn't have as much experience or exposure than the other guy, you get.
And yet he
So
did
you
it.
volunteer to gain value, so that you have leverage to negotiate. When you have value, then you can now start choosing when you volunteer because you want to add value or get value. You understand? That's how it works. But you keep volunteering. Yeah.
I think for you, what you understood from volunteering was that, say there is a film project, let me volunteer to be a sound assistant. I think that's what you understood by volunteering. Volunteering, yes, that's another way of volunteering, but there are very many other ways how you can volunteer. Say, I've heard of say women in film, yeah. I've heard of that event. It has been going on, and I want to volunteer because there is a lady that has the one behind you, Immaculate, the one behind Immaculate. Say now that lady has a church where she goes through, and there are women that she teaches and whatnot, and she's heard of women in film, and she volunteers to bring talent on board. She says, I have people at my church that can help run the event of women in film. All right, they are going to volunteer, they're not going to be paid, but what are they going to earn from it? You need to learn that even reports are success. Okay, in the books of that church, there's going to be a report that we volunteered at this and this women in film event. We helped do this. We helped this. Your reports have a lot of English. They have a lot of English, but that English is very important for someone that is going to hire you in a job that is going to pay you money. All right. If you have a CV that says I volunteered at, say, Film and Culture Market is coming up in September. You say I volunteered at Film and Culture Market. I was doing this. I was running the sessions. I was the one that was in charge of this and this. Women in film will hear that and will ask you, okay, if you've already run an event like this, you have already what it takes to do what. But in simple terms, volunteering helps you build a CV. Okay, it helps you build a CV that you can present to someone and say, I have done this and this before. The experience that in the corporate world they be looking for is the volunteering that you're going to show to the next person that hires you. I hope I'm clear about that. I'm going to also answer, what can we do to tell people about the film industry or opportunities like this? Simple. Share. It's very simple. You see, we have flyers. There's so many flyers out there. How many have you liked since you joined the industry? How many have you shared since you joined the industry? Or because you're not part of that project, I don't need to share. I feel like in the industry we are gatekeepers of ourselves. Although we are envious, although we are jealous, I don't know what it is, but you look at someone's work and you're like, hey, kale bakoze, and you go on, and you are in the industry hoping that it grows and you earn much more money. You're not going to earn much more money. The industry is not going to grow if we are all looking at someone else's project and you're like, that's their project. That's Rona. Why should I share what they are doing? Then the industry is not going to grow. But for every like, for every follow, for every repost that you do, you have pushed the industry. Simple like that. People come to me, they're like, me, I don't know where these auditions be. But you're not following the film industry pages, you're not following Ugandan film actors, you're not following, you're not following any page and you hope to see auditions. How? In this day and age, we are not tetugenda genda kubizinda tugambe tulinayo audition muje tulina no tetugenda agenda ku TV because you don't even watch the TV. Do you know what you do every day? You're on TikTok swiping. So we are going to put that advert on TikTok. If you see it and you don't repost, that means you don't wish well for the next person. All right? Just share. That's the only answer I can give you. Then I'm going to allow Mr. Musinguzi to answer who qualifies and what is required to apply for that fund.
Jessica, oyagala kubuuza bibuuzo? Hey. You want to supplement?
Yes, I just
Please. Kiki ekyo? Juma, sawa ya kusala. Yes, Jessica.
I just want that something small from what Madam Thearter said. Mommy Juma, from the personal perspective, I don't know whether this is your first time here or it's your first time, and good enough with marriage. Is it possible that next time you come with more 5 people? Do you understand that? Because you make the riches there. Those 5 people you bring will bring more 5 people. Cutting up the whole two store, they may have another turn. Do you understand?
Was there a big chair?
Yes, we have more chairs.
Chairs are there. We only came this side because there's sound. There's too much sound the other side. Thank you. Yes, the question was, who qualifies? Okay. How many people in this room would want to win $3,000 to produce a vertical drama series? Nice. That's the energy. And how many people in here are below 35? Sinani. Okay, nice. So, and you're not below 18. Only below 18, eh? Applying. And who qualifies? Every young creative between the ages of 18 and 35. But mark this, special treatment is given to women in that age bracket. That is the standard qualification. If you're 18 and between 18 and 35, you can apply. Do you have a beautiful story? That's your platform. Have you dreamt to become a producer or a director? Do you want to sit somewhere and written by, directed by? This is my story and the world is watching. So those are the people that qualify. We have a link for everyone that wants to actually apply. We can share it. ogenda mutoyi omanyi lwaki ekigambo ekyo nkikozesa mba saagala bantu boogera bw'amangu oli tawulira bw'omugamba oyagala mutoyi nedda mbadde ŋŋamba ng'ayogera nnyo naye no ndi ku live naye abali ku live mukama yeebazibwe. Anyway guys, whoever is interested, you have a story, please, you qualify. If you are a male, please note this. 3 main positions must be owned by a female. Writer, director, producer. It's an option. Osobola ogiwa omukyala, osobola ogiwa omusajja. Gaffe osobola ogiwa omukyala, osobola ogiwa ki? But that project must be woman-led. Another thing you need to also understand is that you must be willing to attend this residency because it's going to be a 14-week international residency. 14 weeks online. So in other words, you must be willing to stay with your phone, learning and studying. After 14 weeks, they will select 30 people. And out of 30, they will award 20. Kati onoobeeramu ababiri. Mukitegedde? Kati bwe muba mugenda kusoma, buli kwaba abantu 20 bamuwa 33,000. Eza dollars $1,000,000 nga 10 okuproducing an episode or more than 2 episodes of a vertical drama. Vertical drama bwe buntu bwe tulabira ku ssimu. Anything that goes to this format, it's a vertical drama. Mubulabyeko bwaba Korea, bwaba ki, AI. So those are the ones they're interested in. And then what do they need? They need genres ezimu tebazaagala. Kiri fena? Jessica, genre ki zebasinga okwagala? Fantasy. Wali olwaddeko mu world ya fantasy ate abakyala kino mukikola nnyo era kyovala abaalonda bakyala. Obeera onoga singa nfuna guy 6 pack nga mugagga alina helicopter alina yacht alina ne Paris. It is okay. Nga guy ono ali perfect. Mulabako abaana ku TikTok naga singa nfuna guy nga tayomba nga bw'omugamba mpereza ekikopo ye money. That fantasy world. You've seen all vertical drama. Most vertical drama zikuwa that fantasy world. The billionaire falls in love with a poor girl, but the billionaire disguises himself as a poor person. Ogeno tuke wawe nga guy billionaire, too much billionaire. Waloke nalaba guy yayingira edduuka n'agula necklace ya $45,000 za $. Kati AI eri funny. 45 baleta suitcase 2. Bwe baziwa omuzansi ne zifuuka 2. AI bakaaba nnyo. Olaba ka character ka AI kakaaba amaziga kidomola kiramba. But we are talking about vertical drama. Zino za shooting, reality shooting. Then babawulidde genres. Horror. Ate horror ziri mu Africa wano. Nawe mwenyini relationship yo horror. Well, they know women can tell those horror stories. Just akunyumiza ng'omwami bwe yatulese wakana tulina kameeza. Noga, embeera gy'oyitamu. Naye ng'omusajja aleseewo gumu kitundu akuba yadde ayagala emeka. So that's the fantasy we're talking about. That's the horror we're talking about. Another thing, you just need to be committed. Please, when you apply, do not jump out in the middle of the workshop. Yeah? So Tuesday as Kampala Film Development Foundation is going to be our last session here. Please, I encourage each one of you to bring other 3 young girls. Abana gye bali eyo. And the reason why we started with confidence in women, because many women fear to step out. Many of you have beautiful stories. You fear to step out and speak to people or tell that dream that you have in you. Evolowooza sisaanidde oba nkyali muto oba nze emyaka gimpiseeko. You need to step into. There's a time we went to some place, we always do field work. Last week when Boy said this, yesterday we were in Nansana. But when Boy I met a lady, ng'akuze naga, omwana wange nno yandibijoyinize kuba nze mbuto naye nali mbyagala. Ne mubuuza naye kyekyagala. Kati nkuze ne mugana nayo kyabyagala. Mukazi kati omukulu ze bandi batya nga nemboola ku screen. So mulimu gwaffe abali mu mulimu guno okukakasa nti guli mulimu. Oba okuze oba tokuze kyova oli wanansinga swazibiga okuba. Naye akyali ku screen. Yeah? Yeah? Yes, guys. Ekibuuzo kya kibadde ki?
How to apply?
Obutebe gye buli. Wano we came down here because bwembadde muyita maaso wali muliddewo music. Bwe tukozesa auditorium sound ebeera too much ate nga turecordinga. Bwe tukozesa CICP still the same. So next Tuesday tetujja kubeera na session eyo. We use the CICP and we have enough chairs. How to apply? We have the link. My team here can help you. Even those that have already applied, they can help you. And check on this, guys. Do not be scared. You don't need to have a script. You don't need to have a full team. Do I need to have a director? No. They want you to just give interest. That line story, that unique story, just get it to that app, apply, send in your name, probably tell us the story that you want to produce. And then number 2, do you have a director or you don't? Who are you who's applying? Are you the director? Are you the writer? Are you the producer? But please, for those that are guys, male, and you want to be part of this project, find women lead these projects.
That's the story need to be detailed.
No. One, you don't need to have a script at this stage. It is your unique story that you will send in that will actually force the other people to say, oh, we want to know more. Check it out. Secondly, you don't have to have a full crew team. Are you interested in this grant? Yes. Do you have a story? Yes. They are very simple questions, by the way. The app is there, the link is there, we can share it to whoever wants to apply. If you need guidance, please walk to us. She's running Women in Film sessions. So feel free to ask any questions in the break time. Meanwhile, we have only 20 minutes to do tea. The 15 minutes, we'll use them to just ask yourselves questions on how to pitch. Because the session is 2 hours. So, but next Tuesday, our facilitator will be here and we'll also have interaction sessions. Yes, please.
I've realized today we don't have an interlude, so I'll read out a poem to you guys.
Because really trouble will be right. How about it? Muyimbi mulamba to welcome you. NYC. Welcome. Your name is?
My name is Swabra.
Yes, Swabra again to a poem. So after Swabra, we're going to go for a break tea.
Even holding it is fine.
You can keep holding it or you can stay.
No, what if? Njagala nnyo Oluganda naye sirumanyi nnyo, but I do mostly English. Cut, this poem is going to be in English. Enjoy as you listen to it. It's entitled Papa Didn't Raise a Weak Girl. Papa didn't raise a weak girl. He raised a storm that learned to smile a heart that could shatter and still beat with grace. I have met nights that tried to convince me the sun had forgotten my name, yet every dawn whispered, "You're still here." The deepest cuts didn't steal my softness. They kept wisdom into my bones, teaching me that strength is in the absence of tears. It's carrying them without letting them drown you. I remember that the sweetest, purest, and cutest of all things, like a pearl, was born from pain. An ordinary grain of heart patiently wrapped in resilience until it became something the ocean was proud to keep. Papa didn't raise a weak girl. So let life test me, let it bend me, it will never define me, because Papa didn't raise a weak girl. He raised a soul that knows pain is not the end of beauty, but often the beginning of something great. And when I rise, I want to rise because life was gentle. I will rise because I learned that even broken waves still reach the shore. Papa didn't raise a weak girl. Thank you for listening. A weak girl. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandra.
Thank you.
Let's go for comment. And interact. When you watch an afuza ekibuuzo tomutunuulira ng'alabye ekyewuunyisa.
Lwaki oba omutunuulira bubi?
Ojja nno kwekwatakwata naye mugende mu ekyayi. Mumwefuula
Embu nno twebwalabwala. Oh, so it's your first time here?
Yeah, actually, it's my first time.
Mbaddengera bidde.
Mama didn't raise a weak boy. That's my poem. Gideon, Papa didn't raise a weak support of Film Club because to host a session ne time yachi ya Film Club. Tugezaako Davis tubeere nga tuli eno. Dave, tuwuliziganye eno. Kibi nnyo okwogera ng'olina ekyokulya mu kamwa ate ng'otunuulidde munno. Akantu kayinza obuukayo ne kagwa mu kamwa kooli ng'ate naye abadde ayogera. So session zino tuzikola just to equip you or inform you or empower you and inform you about the program eri eya international residency. Tugenda fena. How many don't understand Luganda? You all understand Luganda? No. And how many cannot understand Luzungu properly, English? Okay, mwena mulutegeera. Nice. So, this program is mainly to empower you, skill you, inform you about the international residency. And how do you get to this international residency is by applying. The moment you understand that, okay, as a woman, I have gained the confidence, I have enough information to apply, or I have learned how to design a good pitch and what it takes to put a good pitch together, then you get into that link and begin to apply. Shagera. So every session we carry out, we want to make sure that there's someone that learns how to apply. If you still need help, the team is here to help you go through that application and successfully submit it. We want as many applications as possible. So, why they are looking out for young women? Because the creative industry, by the Kambabuli, specifically film, has at some point been male-dominated. We have Jessica here, she organizes women in film, and when you look at the number of practitioners in the film business, female, abasinga bali nnyo ku writing, makeup. You find in acting, osanga baana batono nnyo abawala abali mu directing, abali mu producing, abali mu cinematography, abali mu editing, abali mu ezo endala gundi. Era tulinawo member waffe omu oyo yatandika agamba ye yajjanga costume designer. Kale yajjanga omuntu ayagala joining industry naye nga ate mutunzi. Kati olwali bwe twogera cinematographer, director, konso bakubireko mu ngalo. Olugendo lubadde luwanvu. So that's how we empower people. We empower you and become a very competitive brand. Yeah? So these sessions, zikoma ku 28th. 28th ye Tuesday ja, but applications go up to 9th August. Kati bw'obadde olinayo mukwano gweyo nga bali tamanyi kweno session, bambi muleete. As long as alina emyaka 18 ku 35 35 n'emyezi 8 muleke. Oshagede? 36 mukole ki? Muleke. Nereeta abo abaana abali wakati w'emyaka 18 n'35 ate nga bakazi. N'abasajja tubaagala, ndoza mbala abambi abasajja beewombeese, ate bonna bw'obeetegereza bonna kati gwe batunuulire basatu, bonna bazinze emikono gye kimu. Bwe bati abasajja be babaagaliza. Kati mubeere, the reason why they are saying it's women-led is because they want women to be empowered. Naddala mu industry yaffe. And also, the topic she was handling, she's trying to empower you to understand that it's not about sex, that you can get a big role. Mwenna abalisinga mwine ideology, halawa yebamuwadde lead role kati director yafunyeemu. No. There are women that confidently walk into those audition rooms or boardrooms and pitch their way in those lists. They confidently present reasonable matter. Bachegera. Me personally, being in this position as a film proprietor, challenges zibeerawo. Boy child bano bemulaba balina stories zaabwe. Abaana abawala mumanyi osobola okujja mu space yange n'ongamba I'll do anything. Director nze nkubula ekituufu kyonna ky'oyagala. Kati kasita okyogera ekyo kamind kengaga haba kati ono mukolere ki. Oshegera. But there are women that we want to gain, that we want to empower and gain confidence so that tolowooleza mu eyo line. Because anything you get by anything, you maintain it by that. If you get that role by sex, you will still give in sex for you to do what? To be casted. If you maintain it by lugambo, kulopa banno, ku blackmailinga banno, you will have to deliver lugambo direct okusigala nga akyakulaba muki ensonga naye jjukira that door brings babies every day. Muganda wange nga tebakumanyi every day. Kati omwana ayingira wano n'atambula direct aga oyo yabazannya kikyo oyo n'otandika kati ate mmwe munsesa bwe muba mubiteesako mubeera mu nsonda eri bwe baba maziroolo nga mukoma omuntu noonya mga kyokka oyo director namuwa ebintu byange kati yampa loolo ate namala n'agigaba mwateesa gye tuli. So that's the reason why we are saying as a woman you must be confident enough to present your matter. This topic here ya script ya pitching ina one of the very sensitive part jensinga okwagala. Part here ekwatako how the pitch is not just a story, and if you cannot talk for your story oshegera nga tosobola jogera togitegeera, you will not convince anyone to come on board. So one, you must have the confidence to speak for your story, and the stories are not complicated. Stories ezikutambulirako bulijjo. Nze maama wange buli lwe tubba afumba eggi n'alimbatika mu kamwa n'akwata ku mumwa n'erinjotya eyo nohora. Do you relate? Do you relate? Kati ezo stories zitwetoolodde, you just have to find a way to tell it. Then another element still under this how to pitch, there's you mimicking Hollywood. No, they don't want those stories. Even when you're thinking of a fantasy story, please to building ekintu kya mu America kireta muki. Think about your community, your African setup. Yeah? That's the most important. 5 girls that want to apply for this grant. Mwanike emikono. Sigaze eddakiika mmeka? Musanvu. Really? Five girls that want to apply for this grant. Nee, Mary, are you below 35? We're going to do one simple exercise. What I want you to do, kati guys kamba bulireko. This international residency, kyegenda okuyambako nkubuulira ekituufu nti ne baba tebakuwadde $3,000. You're going to be at a level where you can even look for $1 million. Temuntegedde. After the 14, sinani, ogenda kunzitiriramu? Ogenda kuinterpretinga kyenjogedde? Kati sirikako nno. Omanyi sinani abadde mu workshops nyingi. Kati alabira ddala. Oba ajja kukola mikwano. Oba kiki naye kyonna kyekiri. Kati, guys, madde mbagamba. As you attend and apply for this grant or this workshop, please don't focus so much on the money. Lwaki? Because we're focusing ku ssente, you're going to blunder in your story and you end up not being selected. Make sure you present a very nice story in those three genres bakugambye: horror, fantasy, nechi. And if you hear these words, please go back and research about them. I heard Rona Ngabagamba, in this era, lwaki in a smartphone nga teriko AI. AI. Oshegera. Some of us have phones nga yo bwegitekako butesi. Mulabye kati business cards empya zitambula nga bakutekerako butesi bwati. Ku simu ne scanninga gundi. Endala ogikwata bukwasi bwoti kati nga zino same brand. No chikola bwoti. Ku link ya Instagram ne transferring aneddamu. Temunnaba kutuuka waawo. Naye nga muli ba film maker. Titi, ate saga mukitwale bubi. I am teaching you as a filmmaker, you must be technologically connected because ebipya bingi ebijja. So why I'm saying that don't focus on the money, focus on getting on that list for the international residency, because you know why? They are going to connect you to so many big names. Big names. Abamu nga mbadde mbalaba na ku TV. Ojja kuba ku simu yo ku computer yo bakuleetera Lupita ogambe eche nga yali mu kukola ki okusomasa oba okwogera naawe